Good day to you. This set of videos are going to be very, very important for you. This is going to be a lifetime learning. So my suggestion is you look at all the videos maybe once or twice, and I'll really help you out in learning, and I'll also share the importance of this. This is regarding tax filing and with specific focus to capital gains. So let's get into the video. First thing is, typically what we generally do is we give the data points to the auditor. Last year, something interesting happened. One of the client wanted move from one auditor to our system, and then they said Senthil, can you take over tax filing also? So when I took the tax filing, and then when I looked at the previous year whether they filed it properly, while entering an amount of 1 lakh, instead of entering 1 lakh as purchase and sale, they entered the price as 100 lakhs, because it's not the auditor's problem. What happened was the auditor had given the work to a set of people kind of trainees or whatever you can call it, as interns, or those who have passed intermediate and who are supposed to do that articleship. So somebody was doing that, and that guy entered 1 lakh while doing so many forms. He entered additional 2 zeros. Now we found out that, and then we went and told our client, and that client went and checked with the auditor, and the auditor said now we can't do refiling, because this happened just before Infosys took over the entire rehauling of IT websites. So having said that, what we thought is it's better for us to check also. Once in a while, it's better for us to check. So I just thought I'll prepare this set of videos. The first thing I'm going to talk about is typically, instead of giving everything in a platter, like for example, giving a man a fish and you feed him only for 1 day, but instead teach the particular man to how to do fishing, then what happens is he's going to have fish for his lifetime. So that's what we wanted to do it today. So this is an introduction video where I'm going to talk about tax planning. Please understand, tax planning is completely ethical. I had actually done one more video for you guys on capital gains last year, around March 15th of 2021. I will be sharing the link there. If you want, you can go and look at it. Maybe around 500 people have seen that video, right? So tax planning is absolutely ethical. But if you miss anything on tax side of it, tax evasion is completely wrong. So I'm going to give a lot of insights on how to get that data points, so that you don't even miss any single things. Unfortunately, I also went through something about 6-7 years back. It's a very tiny amount. Okay, the tiny amount was about 20,000 rupees or 25,000 rupees. But because it was a foreign income, which I didn't declare it in the right this one, they said I'm evading my taxes. So it took a lot of interaction with them, and finally the case got closed. So that was unintentional, right? The next one is PAN categories. Please understand, you'll think that income tax form is very easy to fill it up, even though there are 5 or 6 categories, like individual, Hindu undivided family, partnership, LLP, companies, private limited company, public limited company, different types of trust. But the moment you get into ITR forms, little more complex will be there. Within individual, how many homes you have, 1 home or 2 homes, whether you have what kind of incomes, what is your total salary income. So that means there are 7 different forms are there. So in filing an income tax, this one is not going to be very easy. So it needs a little bit of proficiency. But as age goes up, you would have accumulated different types of assets, and you will be forced to fill up different types of forms. This capital gain video, which I published last year, stands good, except that the cost inflation index for this financial year 22-23, which is for assessment year 23-24, is 331, which means that if you have bought an apartment, or if you have sold an apartment or whatever, or a real estate piece, then this 331 number is relevant. Otherwise, for filing the last year returns, what is relevant is 317. So in the previous year video, I would have done 301. Now it's the relevant is 317. Okay. So I'm going to create another 3-4 videos. In video number 2, I'll be talking about how to find out that 1 lakh to 1 crore kind of discrepancy, how to ensure that you're not evading anything. I'm going to talk about it in video number 2. In video number 3, I'm going to talk about how you can download all the data yourself without coming to me. how you can do that from RTA. RTA is Register and Transfer Agent. And then I'll also be talking about, some of my clients always ask me, like, how to download all the data for this year. So I'm going to use a mobile app. So for that mobile app, you have to do this OFA client, and it will give you a PDF file, then you can convert. The next one, final one is, you can go to my web portal, and web portal, you can download the Excel and give it to the auditor. And all these links, like, you don't have to remember typing in like, one after another, but remember this alone: https://bit.ly/r3, R cube, it stands for R cube, R3 income tax. It's like, kind of case sensitive. If you type it like this, it will open up a Google Drive document. You will get all the links. Okay. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I'm always here to help you out. Thank you so much. Bye.